today. It's been a while since we put out any kind of videos, so thought we would do one on window motor repair of an '06 Dodge Grand Caravan. I did quite an extensive search, and I did not find anything on the 2006 Dodge Grand Caravans. I found several for the 2002s and earlier 2003s, but nothing on 2006. So I thought I would put something out. It's a little bit different. It's not quite the same kind of window motor and regulator. They made a generation change, I believe, in 2004 through the 2007 model, and it doesn't require you to change the window regulator. You can replace just the motor, which is a savings of maybe $30 or $40, if not more, depending on where you buy your parts. But just wanted to go over it and show you a quick, fast, and dirty way to do this. It's not very difficult, and it's much easier. It's much easier than the earlier versions. Shouldn't take more than 15 or 20 minutes at the tops to be able to change the window motor. So it's a much better design, and let's get into it. I'm not going to bore you with taking the door panel off. Most people know how to take the door panel off. There's a handful of tools that you'll need. You'll need an 8mm socket, 1/4-inch drive, and a short extension. Some kind of a hammer, a chisel, or some kind of a paint scraper with a sharp edge, and the hammer will work fine. Phillips head screwdriver number 2, some replacement door pins, because you get a vehicle that's getting along to be 10 years old. A lot of these clips are dried out, brittle, and going to break. And a door panel removal tool, something along this line right here. It'll help keep from breaking some of them. And you can buy universal replacement pins. I'll do a quick time-lapse video on this, just so it gives you the basic idea. But most everybody knows how to take these door panels off, and we're not going to get into detail on that. Okay, we need to cover a couple safety items we need to talk about here. The inside of these doors have a lot of sharp edges, and you just need to be careful. You get you a pair of gloves, and when you're messing around inside these doors, so that you don't end up with a cut, because they don't do a real good job of cleaning up the edges. And fortunately, with this new design that they came out with, you really don't have to reach inside the door a whole lot. So you're in pretty good shape. Okay, what we're going to do now, take an 8mm socket, 1/4-inch drive ratchet, and a short extension. We can go ahead and we can start taking the regulator off of the window motor itself. One thing you need to remember is the window will stay in place. It's not going to drop. It will turn a little bit. You see right here, the spring right here, that's the kind of a tension relief on the cable. Cautious of the cable reel trying to come out of the back. The cable reel will pop out of the back, but if you're careful with it, you won't have any problems. Now I'm going to disconnect the motor, lay it to the side. Window is trying to creep, but it will stay up. Now, the fun part. This is where you need to get on a real pair of honest to goodness safety glasses. I'm going to move this microphone away from some of this noise because it's fixing to get loud. I'm going to put the microphone over here and hopefully it won't blow your eardrums out. This is where you take your sharp chisel, you hammer, and you come and you lay on these plastic pins. See if I can get a good shot of it. And you want to shear the heads of these pins off. There's 3 of them. And I may or may not have mentioned, make sure you have on some safety glasses because these pins are going to come off there at a high rate of speed. Get up in there, cable reel. Once you cut the heads of them off, cable will come off. You can take something and cut your zip tie and then set the motor out of the way. Okay, now that we've got the motor out of the way, you have to cut these plastic pins out of the door. And it's the same process as cutting the heads off for them holds the motor in. Just watch your window. This side did drift down where the other side the other day did not. Careful, don't let your chisel go inside and break your glass. Okay. Now, those tools to the side. Now that your pins are all cut, you can get your little bag of plastic pins. The motor comes with new replacement pins. Okay, they're fairly simple, straightforward. Line them up and push them in. There's some extra holes here, and but you can tell where your old pins were, so that you don't have to worry about. Pay attention so you don't stick them in the wrong hole. Take your new motor, line it up. Cable regulator does run behind it. Make sure it lines up. Top one. There is a little piece of plastic that breaks off and drops down inside the door. And that's it. Line your cable roller back up. Cable roll to your regulator. Move your glass a little bit. Fiddle with it a little bit. There it goes. See your holes line right up. You get your little screws that you kept. Put them right back in. You're going to be threading new, putting new threads into the plastic, so it's going to be a little difficult to turn. Then get each one started where you tighten all of them up. Alright, there we go. Let's plug the motor back up. Alright, there we go. Yeah. Take your moisture barrier. Lay your moisture barrier back in place. Should be sticky enough that it sticks back down. And for demonstration purposes, I'll see if I can bring the panel over. Get this switch hooked back up. Alright, see what happens. Okay. That's pretty much going to be it. I don't know if I'm going to show any more. There's not much else to show. Just reinstalling the door panel and replacing these broken clips on the bottom of the door. If I run into anything else, I might add a little extra video for that, but otherwise I think we're done here. Thanks for watching. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and add this in here. Just a quick tip: unless you can find them somewhere in the aftermarket, you're gonna need to go to the dealer to get the pins that hold the door panels on, replacement pins. I tried some universal ones that I talked about earlier in the video, thinking that they would work. The holes in the door, the actual steel part of the door that hold the pins, are just too large, and you need to go to the dealer and pick up some new pins. They're probably not very expensive, they're just made out of plastic, but we are talking about the dealer here. So, but I thank you for watching. I hope it's been beneficial or helpful to you in some way, and y'all come back and watch some more. We're going to try to get some more videos up here in the near future.